and forced the university to cancel a speech by the former Breitbart.com editor. Remember Milo? Then a month later, Middlebury College liberals shouted down political scientist and author Charles Murray, preventing him by giving a speech. As if this wasn't enough to satisfy the rioters, a group of mass militants then proceeded to attack Murray, injuring a faculty member in the fury. It's a good article. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but makes so much sense, so clear. Glad he's writing a lot more now for Fox News. Very effective communicator, but gives voice to conservatives for sure, and very level-headed. He says, President Donald Trump, they asserted that violence has become a regular feature of his presidency and gives signs of spiraling upward, particularly in the wake of the violence of Charlottesville. So the elite national media take on the violence in Berkeley on Sunday was, yes, violent liberals attacked a small group of conservative protesters, but it's not really their fault. Based on how the mainstream media has covered the Charlottesville tragedy and the protest in Berkeley, it is reasonable to say that they believe there is no moral equivalence between violence fueled by bigotry and violence committed by people who hate others for their political ideology. This message is wrong and dangerous to our republic. So you can read it on Fox News. The headline, Newt Gingrich, Why Doesn't the Media Condemn Left-Wing Violence? You can read the thing in its entirety and share it with as many people as possible. And you can. There's a sharing button there on Fox that you can go for it and do this. And it's important when you come across a good article, you can either share it with me, say that this would be a good conversation to have for your water cooler, and pass it along. And just remember, good information is good information. You know, so many people are so busy with their families, trying to make a living, taking care of their kids. That's hard to really keep up with everything. So share the story. There was a high-speed chase in New York. It started on the freeway and ended up on the fairway. State police report this past Tuesday afternoon the trooper clocked a 2010 Toyota Corolla doing 93 miles per hour on Interstate 81 near the town of Kirkwood and tried to pull it over. Well, the 79-year-old driver, identified as Freddie Mawaka Sr., ignored the lights and sirens of the patrol car and led it on a pursuit that continued onto local roads, then off. But anyways, the car didn't stop. It continued on to Golden Oak course and drove around, tearing up the grass until it finally got stuck in the rough. Police arrested Wolaki and charged him with reckless endangerment and criminal mischief. He is currently being held in the Broome County Jail without bail. According to the post to the golf course Facebook page, no one was hurt in the incident, but 6 greens were damaged. Repairs were completed in time to open the following afternoon. We are resilient, they said. We can't be knocked down, but we get up stronger every time, the post proclaimed. Well, good thing there. My goodness gracious. Wow. Have no idea if the guy was angry. They're really not saying what the cause was, but man, that kicked up something there. 79 years old, wailing on the accelerator at that high speed. 93 miles per hour on Interstate 81 in the town of Kirkwood. Where was he going? Was he late for the game? I'd have to think that he was definitely not in his right mind. I mean, apparently, who does that? Hopefully he's okay, but he's quite old. I would imagine that there's just something screwy going on there. I always do wonder when Grandpa's driving at 93. God bless senior citizens, because hopefully someday I'll be that. And you want your independence, but it doesn't seem like a lot of folks are taking driver's tests. I don't know if they just, there's 20 years, 10 years. I mean, when you get to a certain age, there should be a certain review, in my opinion. Not a lot of states have done that. They've cracked down on it. And to me, that's another reason why, to kind of just make sure that people have the agility, reflex. You're not a whippersnapper anymore. And not everybody ages mentally, physically the same. I've met some people, their 80s and 90s, that are putting a roof on their house. And I say to myself, man, you got 20-year-olds that are complaining about that kind of work. But anyway, if you haven't taken a driver's test and you're kind of up there, you may want to kind of review just to make sure that you're safe, just for everybody else on the road, including yourself. And, again, some people age better than others, and people don't want to give up their independence, and I get that too. It's a scary thing. But is it worth killing somebody or yourself if you just don't have, the ability to find yourself slipping? You might just find somebody to drive you or take Uber. It's cheaper than you actually having your own insurance anyways. So you just be careful out there driving. There's enough nutty drivers as it is. We want to keep our interstates and our roads and our cities as safe as possible. There's a lot of people on the roads, in case you haven't noticed. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the show, we'd like to say share the show. Remember, we're 100% listener supported, and we hope that you'll become a member today by signing up at forthepeopleshow.com. All the best. May God bless.